Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Quest V. Last episode we defeated the High Priest of the Order of Light, Ival, and hopefully with his defeat, the curse that has kept Bianca turned to stone will have been removed, and allowing us to Bean to free his wife and Cosmo and Harriet to finally see their mother. We also got the Ring of Life, the final ring that is needed to enter the Demon World. However, when you were exiting this area, our mother Martha appeared from Bean's mother Martha appeared from the Demon World and basically said like, "Don't come to the Demon World, Bean. I'll keep Mildrath, the Demon Lord, trapped in here." She's like, "You have a family back in the world. Don't risk your life to try to come here. I'll take care of everything." But Bean, even though like he's a good kid and he's a good hero and he should probably listen to his mom, he's not going to do that. He's actually going to go to the Demon World. But we got to find out how to get to the Demon World, and we'll learn that from some of the people in Elhaven. However, before we go to Elhaven, we're going to be taken back to Granvia with our whole family. What I'm doing right now is I'm moving a whole bunch of items to Slaylin and Barongo, because once we go back to Granvia, everyone's going to be put into everyone except for our two monsters, Barongo and Slaylin, are going to be put into Rudy's Tavern, and all their items that they have non-equipped will be put into the depository. So to save us from having to go to the depository and keep taking out a whole bunch of stuff, we're just going to move all the stuff that we want to have in the depository onto characters, our human characters, and stuff we want to keep to give back to our characters on Barongo and Slaylin. So, just like I said, save some time. So, but yeah, everything that even some things that like you think would be equipment will be removed from your character if they're not in your party. Like the Elven Amulet, the Meteorite Armband, even though they say equipped on like Cosmo, they will be removed. Equipment is only your weapon, your shield, your helm, and your body armor. So even like special things like the rings and stuff, yeah, they're removed. So hey, Bianca's back. Where am I? What have I been doing all this time? Oh, my love. The statue turned out to be Bianca, and after 10 long years, Bean, Bianca, and their children were finally reunited. So I guess we've been traveling for 2 years with our kids, because it was 8 years. I see, for 8 years I was in prison in stone. Bean, thank you for saving me. And Cosmo, Harriet, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you all this time. Mama, Mother, and... oh, here comes a soldier, but it's not Pippin. My liege, Lord Orchon wants an audience with you. Mommy. Bean, don't worry about me now. Just go. After all, we'll be together forever from now on. I love you, Bean. I never knew that mother was so beautiful. I guess you were quite the stud, weren't you, Father? Bean the stud. So she's happy that... yeah, a lot of people are gonna reflect their opinion that, that it feels like, even though, it's our wife home, it is still the Queen of Granvia, and so they're celebrating just as much as we are. There's something I must discuss with you immediately. I'll get right to the point. Do you or do you not plan on venturing to the Demon World? Nah. So glad to hear that now this country will be peaceful. Glory to Granvia. Of course we're going to head to the Demon World. Even though the Chancellor, Ogeron, and Mother don't want us to go, we have to go. My lord, you must not. I too have heard from others, Lady Martha's words through the Ring of Life. I beg you to heed her warning and reconsider. My lord, please do not go anywhere anymore. Young master, I mean King Bean, it is not as though I do not understand where Lord Ogeron is coming from, but I wish to carry the master, Lord Pompous' wish to save Lady Martha. To do so, Lord Bean, I will travel to the ends of the earth with you. And even beyond, because like I said, we will be heading to the Demon World. I'm going to talk with other people here, get their thoughts about, the celebration, the return of Queen Bianca. Like I said, they were pretty much just celebrating as much as Bean and his family are. Recently, some more clouds have been gathering in the sky. I wonder then if the rumor about the great demon lord breaking free from the dark world is true. One of the interesting things, I will go back to the mountain village But one of the interesting things is you think you'd get new dialogue there from Duncan, Bianca's father, or adopted father. That he'd be like, oh my God, she's back. But he doesn't really say anything new. I'll still go there and show it. Also, another thing that you think might have some new dialogue, but you don't get any, is if you go back to Reinhardt and talk with Maria, you can't let her know that, like, hey, your brother unfortunately passed away. There's no option to tell her that, so no new dialogue from her. So as you can see, all our human characters are return to Rudia's Tavern here. So we just have to re-recruit them, and then we'll transfer stuff from Barango and Slayland back to them. And then we'll go to El Haven. Well, we'll do a little bit more traveling around. There is some new dialogue to get in Gijo's house. He was that boy who was abducted back at the beginning of Generation 3. So his family's obviously going to be very happy to see him back. Let's go sell some equipment. Even with selling all this equipment, we're going to be really tight for money. So there is one more. There's one more town in the Demon World, and has basically almost the best equipment in the game. There's some stuff that's a little bit better that you can find in the final dungeon and the final and the bonus dungeon after the game is over, but some of the stuff that we buy there will be, end game equipment for some of our characters. So, sell that dragon mail. Even though it looks like we have a whole bunch of money, when we actually get to, we're gonna need over 200,000 gold. So, but it's okay because we're gonna have a little bit of time. If you want, you could do some level grinding to get Bianca up to speed. She's level 22. She's very far behind everybody else. So just like how she was when we got her in the second generation, and to go to the waterfall cave to get the ring of water. So I won't do any grinding. I'll actually go into the final dungeon, loot it of everything, and then do grinding afterwards. Just to show that you don't really need to grind to finish up, but it's obviously going to be much, much harder. Now, if you want to beat the final, the bonus dungeon and the bonus boss, yeah, you're going to definitely need some grinding. I can usually say about level 60 is a good choice. About level 40, they say, is for the final boss. So some of our characters are very close to that. By level 40, most of your characters will have all the spells they need to learn. So, like Harriet only needs to learn Be-Dragon, level 38. Bean has learned all his spells. I think that Sancho needs one more spell. I think he has the Sacrifice spell to learn. Barango at level 40 learns the Thunder spell. So, folks need to get some stuff. But yeah, 40 is the recommended level. I was going to transfer these rings around. Anyone can really use the Ring of Life. Like I said, it's like Erdrick's armor. Whoever uses it will have a 1 hit point recover per step. So we're going to transfer our thing around. And then we'll, like I said, it doesn't matter right now necessarily to equip these rings of water and things, because we're actually going to have to take them off and put them on the statue. We're going to learn why we have to do that when we get to El Haven. And if you didn't know to go to El Haven, well, when we talk to some of the people around here, they will let us know, like, hey, maybe you should head to El Haven and find out what you need to do. And I said we got a little bit more just wandering around to do before that. So let's re-equip our party, and everyone's looking pretty good. And then, like I said, our next upgrade will be when we get to the Demon World, to the final town. There'll be 2 locations in the Demon World that will allow us, us to return to. the final dungeon, it's nice that you're able to just teleport right to the final dungeon, and then of course the final town. So Lady Mother was from Elhaven, was she? I've heard that those from Elhaven have the ability to cleanse the tainted souls of beasts. Such blood runs in your family too, Lord Bean. Talk with some of the other folks, including the puppy. Arf, arf, arf. I'll be getting a new dog soon. We gotta go on vacation first, have a vacation plan, and once that's done, then I'll have enough time to dedicate to pets again. Get some rats, dog. It's been kind of alone for a while here. So this guy tells them the 3 rings are joined. The door will open. It's something that Lady Martha used to say. And when we have the 3 rings finally, like I said, more people in Elhaven will give us exact information on what to do. Mainly the 4 elders. And then there's one other person in Elhaven who has some new dialogue. Talk with him. Rumor says the Palace of Heaven has been restored. That means the peace can't be far behind. No one in Zenithia has any more new dialogue. You think they would, maybe, saying that, like, congratulations on, taking out the Order of Light and saying something else, but so this lady, the nun, lets us know that, hey, the people of Elhaven, they'll definitely know how to get there. So that you'll clue to head to Elhaven if you can't figure out what to do. The Dark Demon World. The name is impressive. I wonder how one would get to there. Well, like I said, the folks of Elhaven. And once you have the final key, you're able to go back to that water temple. On the way to Elhaven, you could open that one door that would lead you to 3 statues. And it says that the statues, like, basically there's a place to place a ring on them. So that's kind of a clue, but it's a small minor clue. Then you add it on to the other clues at the beginning. Yeah, basically let you know, hey, this is where the rings need to go. You would temporarily lose the rings to go to the Demon World, but as I said earlier, in the Demon World you get 2 return points. You can go to Shahana, which is the final town, and then the actual final dungeon. So basically, what you're gonna do is you can use the rings to get to the Demon World. Then once you get to the Demon World, go to the town, and then work back to the Light World. Grab the rings, and then warp back to the Demon World. So yeah, you only need to use the rings and have them away from you for just a little bit. So yeah, I'm going back here to talk with Duncan. Not that, like I said, he does anything, but I just wanted to show that off. You figure he would say something like, you're back to life, because we did tell him that Bianca was turned to stone, and even with Bianca leading the party, he still just basically says the same thing. He's just gonna pray for our success. There's one slight little thing. There hasn't been any real changes based on who you married. The only final change in the game is in the ending. There'll be a little bit of a different ending based on who you married. So there's only there's not really too much that's changed with depending on who you married. But yeah, I'll just insert that little change in the final episode, which we're getting kind of close to. Well, at least the final episode in the game. Like I said, there'll be bonus episodes to do the bonus dungeon. Let's just, we had a medal here that was in somebody's inventory. Let's give it to the Metal King. Not that we'll ever get enough medals to get anything more. Just to get rid of medals, though, I might end up getting the combat pajamas and the mysterious bolero, which would be 15 total, I think. Yeah, 15 total. So I said the only really other best thing to get would be the mystic armor, but that's 21, and you're not going to get that unless you farm those jellymen to drop the medals. Or a few other enemies that drop the small medals, but the jellymen are probably the easiest. My Lord Travelers, please listen. Master Chicho, he's returned. The Lord and Lady of this house are so full of joy, and I am so happy. They are. Who would have thought that a family could get together would be so enjoyable? No doubt about it. Those statues will protect us of our home. You from the one that have returned safe to these places all because of what you did. I will never forget what you did. Thank you so very much. God must have been listening and brought beloved Gijo back to us. Lord God, we thank you for all your kindness. Alright. Now let us return to Haven. Not to spend time at the inn. I guess I could have used Harriet to use the day-night spell, but we'll save her MP. What do you mean you haven't had a guest in years now? We were here earlier in the playthrough. Well, it says that we basically, Generation 3's been going on for about 2 years now, based on Bianca saying she's been out for 10 years, so maybe we've been gone for a year from here. So we'll head up here, and this old man up here looks like a wizard. He has something new to say, so let's talk with him. What, you're staying in the demon world? No, you must not. Besides, the gates have been suffered shields shut for so many years now. But the main new info comes from the leaders here. Though the Temple of Water has been locked for hundreds of years, we understand what you desire. First, you must go to the gate. According to legend, if 3 rings are offered to the temple, instead of gateway, the demon world will reopen. According to rumor, the god of the heaven dragon is reawakened. Because of that, peaceful lives begin to flow. Even the great lord, the demon world itself, no doubt stands a chance, basically. That's some beeping there and going off. You get to read everything. Well, I basically summarized it. Basically, like they said, we have to go to the water temple, put the rings on the statues, and that'll create the entrance to the demon world. I'm going to make a quick save here. We'll start up our new adventure in the demon world. But just in case anything bad goes in the demon world, you just would restart right here. But luckily, it's not too far from the demon world, the entrance to the demon world, to the first town. So there are a bunch of new monsters there, but some of the monsters there are ones that we've defeated before, mainly from the Tower of Babel. Got like gold golems, mecha dragons. You'll get those blizzard hawks that we could have ran into in the Tower of Babel, but didn't. So for the most part, we should be able to take care of the enemies. Like I said, there were a few new ones, but we're strong enough. But it's always better to be safe than sorry. So we just go to each of these statues. It doesn't matter which ring you put ring you put on each statue. It's not like the fire has to go on one, the water on a certain one, and the life on another. Any one can go on anything. Let's put them on. Use the ring. And then right behind the statue, once all things are put on, you'll see a little portal open up. If you take any of the rings off, the portal will disappear. And that little black hole there will disappear. So, like I said, the only way to get the rings back, like I said, is to warp back here once we get a warp point in the demon world. And that'll be, of course, Shahana, the final town. Well, you end up in this little place that kind of reminds me of the final refuge in Dragon Quest IV. But there's no save point here. Well, there's even something better. You hear a mystical voice. Bean, so you've finally come this far, haven't you? Bean, you have become so much stronger than I could ever have imagined. So I will no longer tell you to turn back. All I can do right now is believe in your strength. And this is all I can do for you right now. Accept this gift from your mother. I beg you. Good luck, Bean. Let me get this crystal here. And we're just a little off. There we go. And it turns out to be the Sage's Stone. Like the Sage's Stone in Dragon Quest 3 and 4. You can use it to cast, in battle, to cast the Healer spell. So that'll be really, really useful. So probably give it to Baranga. We'll have him kind of be our healer a little bit. So I'll come back in the next episode where we actually start exploring the demon world. Thanks for following along. Bye.